Well, ready for a big Saturday here at Gulfstream Park where the weather looks terrific. We've got 11 races on the card, robust, bulky fields all day long, and plenty of turf racing. And my first real price play or potential price play is housed in race number 8. Now, I fully admit the number 1 Venezuelan Hug is going to take a lot of beating, and there's no denying that Colt by Constitution was just at his best by a wide margin last out off the claim for trainer Danny Gargan. It does strike me, though, looking at the pedigree of the number 12, Give Me 20, who's way outside for Ralph Nix, that this is a colt who not only has just run pretty well in his 2 turf races to date, but with the declaration of war, mineshaft pedigree and lineage that he has, he might really appreciate stretching out and just getting a little more real estate to play with after back-to-back 5-furlong sprints. I think the 12, Give Me 20, although he's got his work cut out for him with the Gargan horse down inside, Venezuelan Hug, I think he's an interesting price play. If there was one race, though, that I had to really single out as to the event or race I'm looking most forward to on the entire Saturday card, it would hands down be the 10th race. There's just a lot going on, a lot of quality, and a multi-tiered 3-year-old high-priced allowance optional claimer on the turf. First and foremost, I think, is the two-pronged attack for trainer Todd Pletcher. The shorter price of the 2 Pletcher runners happens to be the 6 Mystic Lancelot, and that horse is rematching and knocking heads against the number 7 Unconquered Lee. Here they are on the eve of the Florida Derby, and I thought both horses ran pretty well, and it's worth noting they were both up close and really on the engine at a pace that was on the fast side of things. They were really motoring in this 9-furlong race. I've been waiting, however, for the 7 Unconquered Lee to run back, who just never had a breather in that race on a hard 3-wide chase, and I love the fact, it was a tough loss for sure, but I love the fact that he spurted and just did everything right but hold off Gaffoe, who would come back for Christophe Comante a few weeks later and win Gulfstream Park's English Channel Stakes. That is a high-quality allowance race that Unconquered Lee and Mystic Lancelot ran in, and they're both dangerous horses from the eve of the Florida Derby on May 27th. And then we have the other Todd horse, the one Cowtown. Now, he's going to be a price in this race, even with the Rod Ortiz riding. And just take a look at this horse's return to the turf. In fact, his turf debut, I should say, back in the nightcap here on April 17th. This was a tremendous ice water vein, Iceman type, I guess that's probably the best way to put it, ride from jockey Louis Saez, where traffic, nothing went right for this horse per se, but Louis just didn't panic, stayed cool, calm, and collected, and Cowtown, boy, did he finish up like a wild horse in this race for trainer Todd Pletcher. He is facing significantly better, but I really love the way he finished up. How could you not in his turf debut here in the middle of April, and the fact that he won that race and won it going away at a mile and a 16th, he does strike me as a horse who is really going to appreciate going a mile and a furlong in Saturday's 10th race. That is a really solid allowance race fairly late in the card. And backtracking a little bit in the 9th race on the afternoon, do you give a horse like the number 2, Yodele Ihu, do you give him a look? Try to get back on track for Safi. He's going to be a far bigger price than he was in his last few starts as he knocks heads with the 4 Cajun Firecracker and the number 3 Winwood Pride. But Give Me 20, the first horse I had mentioned in race number 8 on the afternoon, he is my definite price play. Legit favorite in that race in Venezuelan Hug, but give him a look with the pedigree and top connections, and wishing all of you the best of luck on Saturday's 11-race card here at Gulfstream.